Okay, dude, you ready?
I know words. I have the best words.
I don't think for me porn has ever been a problem, but I think ultimately I think it is a problem. I don't think it's something that we should be investing our time in the way that we are. Because I mean porn, or at least like sex, is pretty culturally prevalent.
Porn and sex are
It's
two
weird.
completely different things though.
But there's like provocative sort of selling of sex that's kind of, not far off from porn. It's like softcore
Yeah.
porn that's like an advert
It's like
and stuff.
this advert.
Yeah, exactly. And what's weird to me is that porn is so prevalent, like in our culture, but also sex is such a taboo. That's such a weird contradiction that we have.
It really is. That's why we're all so full of shame as like a culture. Girls are shamed left, right, and centre, and I think girls are, in some ways, more sort of, I don't know, deviant-y than guys. It's just they're not allowed to express it. Like us women, we
Well, you
don't-
have a standard to live up to, like some sort of social expectation.
and
Women
some
do.
sort of like it's this whole
Especially
like
higher than men.
it's like there's like a Madonna whore situation where a woman either is Madonna sort of saintly like woman that is untouched and pure, or if not, if she is open and proud about being at all sexually promiscuous, then she's a whore, and I think that's a problem. And I think that has come with this whole porn just like infiltrating young people's minds, and so many girls also think that they have to do certain things to be accepted
Because of the image that porn
yeah
projects onto people.
yeah for sure.
And especially now that kids are so young, this is their context to what
Yeah.
sex is.
And it's not a Playboy magazine.
Yeah,
it's
that's
not like it's not a little
when
top shelf
When I
naughty
think back
magazine.
into my life, like growing up, my sort of first introduction, my initiation into porn, into sex was like, because I don't know if you know, but all around this neighborhood there's forest, all around here. So we used to
there
go.
are loads of dirty magazines. Just
There was
in the
everywhere. And we used to just
people
go.
just going to have a wank in the woods.
I don't know, but but we would just find these old ripped up magazines like with dirt, literally dirty boobs because there's dirt all over it, and we would like.
Dirty boobs.
And we would take some of them home and stuff like that. And
That's hilarious.
That's so much different than what these kids have
They're
to
just
deal with
pervs
nowadays.
in the woods.
Yeah, it must be. I can't even imagine, because you on some level had to sort of use your imagination.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what that was. But
I
it
don't
was
think
just
people
like
do that anymore. Why would you need to use
you
your
don't have
imagination?
to. Yeah, why would you have to?
You can
Little
just-
kids have cell phones now,
Exactly, it's fucked.
and you just type in porn, and that's
Yeah.
it. And then it's
Okay,
just like
so-
whatever you want to see.
I'll be really honest now. So the reason I stopped watching porn is basically I just lost like so much sensitivity to.
God.
What?
What? All right, let's hear it.
I'm being honest.
Okay, be
I'm
honest.
bearing my soul and my dirty past.
Okay.
I just lost like all sensitivity to like real life. So how could so my ex-boyfriend, like the guy didn't have a fucking chance. Like he didn't stand a chance. Like there was way better online. Like it was way more exciting. Sort of like, when something's kind of like a little bit like, I don't know. I feel like with porn, the more you watch it, the more like sort of like, the more like pervy your taste becomes. Okay, let's just start with this. I didn't believe there was such thing as a female orgasm until I was 16. That's hilarious.
Wait, what?
Oh, that must have been why she left me. There were, what the fuck was I saying? You've just distracted me.
You were saying something about.
Oh
you
yeah,
weren't
yeah,
able-
yeah. So when I was like first feeling sexual as a young person discovering their feelings and hormones and all that kind of thing, I used to be like kissing and all those sort of like cute sensitive things were what would turn me on, whereas by the time I got deep in the porn game like I was into like choking,
Yeah,
strangling,
of
fucking
course.
up, like
That's
and it-
elementary. But you
Oh,
don't
is
think
it?
you don't think that on some level that's just like you progressing as like an adult and
Well,
like you just kind of
no, because
like that's
before,
innocent. That's like your introduction to like
innocent-
sex is kind of the touching and.
but the innocent like loving sex is what I used to like get off to.
At what age?
Whereas by the end,
Oh, you mean when you started
16,
porn?
When I started watching porn,
Right.
yeah, and then by the end of it,
Well, maybe-
it like the more like sort of the more like dirty or shocking.
But maybe that's because it's all you could relate to, given like 16. That's when you're first just learning about sex.
But
so
dude,
that's kind of all the stuff you're into.
No, because then when I quit porn, so
Yeah.
it got to the point where literally like it would take me and my ex-boyfriend so long to reach the climax. It was like, okay, this isn't right, is it? Like I would have this. I'm being so honest here, but fuck it. I think that's what life is about, being really honest. You know, I would, yeah. It would take a long old time, and by the time you'd be finished, it would be really uncomfortable, and it was just like, I don't think this is right. So we decided to quit porn in end of 2014.
You want Adam?
Well, my ex.
Yeah, you might as well just say his name.
His name was Alex.
Oh, poor Alex. Fuck. You didn't actually have to say it.
Well, there's some, I'm pretty sure it's like the most common male name, so no one will ever know.
Yeah, but you. Not that I've dated you. All right, what are you saying? Alex? Okay, so Alex is incompetence in which area?
Okay, so that's, well, you know, I feel like as well, a lot of, like, the only symptom that will ever catch a young guy's attention is when they start getting erectile dysfunction. So midway during sex, it will go soft, or like they won't be able to get it up. But then when you whip out a laptop with some porn on, it's like ding, and that's because porn then becomes like the only way to become stimulated.
Because it's like the exotic.
Because it's that sort of alone voyeuristic.
What it's like for me, right? For me, I think like porn. When I actually do think about it like on a realistic level, it's just spiritually void.
Yeah,
it's like
you're
what I
also
want to
contributing
do.
to a lot of like unwanted
Here
prostitution.
I am. Some people believe the Earth may be flat. Whatever you believe, if we're in a realm or if we're floating through infinite space, here's what I believe. It's like here we are in these weird little bodies. Should we be spending our times just like
jacking off and
jerking off
in a dark room, little fucking hovel?
Cave. This is basically a cave, especially when I'm by myself.
Oh wow.
And, you know.
Ugh.
Yeah, like what are we doing? That's not what we should be doing here.
No, sex should involve human interaction.
Yeah.
You know, eye contact, physical contact, pheromones, touch. It should involve hands, because a lot of porn is just all focused about the penetration, and like that is not what sex is about, you know?
And I feel like
it's completely
for me,
warped our idea.
I know it's different for other people, but like for me, I feel like I'm sort of, my life is about the spiritual path, the spiritual side of things, and like that's why I feel like, you know, that's why we're here. I had a friend once say to me, "Why are we here if not for self-realization? Like, what else are we here for? Here we are. Whatever this is. Why are we here if not to
We've been
sort
thinking
of
about that a lot
realize
recently.
ourselves?" So for me, if that's what we're doing, to realize yourselves, as far as I can understand, is to sort of detach from your desires, detach from these sort of triggers that anchor us to the lower aspects of ourselves. And I think porn is definitely like an anchor to lust, and these are like,
and it'll keep your root chakra
that's a
all fucked up.
low vibrational frequency. Like when someone's in a lusty sort of state, it's like kind of like almost, I imagine it as like
predatory almost,
like a sort of little like
golem,
like a little thing. That's what I remember. Or like that's what I think of.
No one's ever felt proud of themselves after they've come and they're like,
just like,
they're sat there and it's still playing in the background, like and you're just sort of there like,
oh god,
okay, let me just clean myself up now. It's like the unsexiest thing, really, to me. Yeah, like that's not a very sexy thought. What is sexy is the idea of somebody being stimulated by me or by you know, a human. That's sexy, not a screen, you know.
I think you have to recognize on some level that it is natural. Like you have to, like, it's always been just prevalent throughout history of this sort of sex selling. And
because
I think this is the natural, but this is the natural progression that like people are gonna find a way to exploit those lower aspects of ourselves. So it's easily, because like sex, lust is the most easily triggered thing.
For sure.
So like obviously sex is naturally going to be a thing that people exploit.
Porn is natural. Well, I mean, we've done this. I think everything's surely if humans are doing it, everything's natural. However, so no one ever talks about what they're into or what their taste is.
When you think about when sex is openly talked about, it's talked about in like the context of like, I think of like rap music, like fucking bitches.
Derogatory.
I think of like 16 and pregnant, sort of kind of shameful, sort of like.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So no one's even going to be honest about it, even if they were talking about it.
Right.
People then aren't even honest, and so you just get this situation where it's, I don't know, I just feel like it's like a quiet, what's the word, epidemic? Is that
a quiet epidemic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it is, and I feel like it's cool. Well, I know for a fact when I stopped, when my ex-boyfriend stopped, and when, like, this is pretty much consistently reported after people stop. People's social anxiety disappears. Their anxieties full stop disappears. Their sexual problems disappear. Oh, are you so perfect, huh? Why are you so perfect?
What were you saying?
I don't know. Oh God. God.
Well, if you're gonna get me demonetized.
I got distracted by Lumpy's balls. Like, what
You were
the fuck?
saying-
These things are so offensive.
You were saying something about porn.
No shit. Think about it. Your jizz, my whatever, is a creative energy. Like that literally will
literally.
create a human.
Yeah,
So if you can cultivate that and hold it in, I mean, there are ways through like tantric practices that you can orgasm without expelling your reproductive fluids, or in my case, the reproductive energy. You can like hold onto that, and it makes you significantly more creative.
What about
Sharing
the
a-
argument of like sexual liberation and like, this is my body, I should be able to do what I want, and I'm happy with having
So that
a bunch of dicks.
That thing.
Tons
That's
of dicks.
fine. That's fine. If that's what you want to do with your
Yeah.
life, I feel like that's fine.
Yeah.
But I honestly feel like porn is so
So
far
maybe
removed from
like
healthy sex.
Yeah, maybe like on an individual level, that kind of stuff is okay. Like you can't tell someone that they're not happy making that decision. But like on a objective sort of cultural level, the cultural radiance of what this produces is not good. But on an individual level, it could be okay. That's what I would say.
I'd say the only way to find out is to try stopping. See how you feel. See if you can stop. If you can't stop, then you know you have a problem, right?
Yeah.
So maybe that's the bit of advice that you guys can take from this, is just try stop for young people who have grown up on high-speed internet porn, the amount of time it takes for your brain, your neural pathways to reset themselves is 3 to 5 months. So just try it for 3 to 5 months. You can have sex. I'm not saying don't have sex. Just don't make your brain think that it's having sex when really you're just, interacting with a screen or
Right.
whatever.
This is in like spiritual traditions. They say in your younger sort of developing years, you're supposed to be celibate while you're developing, and then later in life you start a family and stuff like that. That's how you're supposed to do it.
And so imagine growing up, and when your dopamine levels are at the highest is in your teenage years.
Right.
Imagine
Right.
then,
Right.
like every day or like how many times a week,
You be building your skills you're supposed to be building yourself.
and you're
for life.
just dousing it all with like
Just wasting
10-inch dicks and bloody double penetration. Like fuck that.
it. Jeez.
No, but that's not even shocking in porn. Double penetration and 10-inch dicks, that's the standard.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me. So, make sure to click subscribe down there and give this video a thumbs up. Let us know your experience with porn. Do you think porn is, something that's just kind of shrug-worthy? Like, what are you guys talking about? You sound
Shrug-worthy.
fucking ridiculous talking about this. Or do you think it's something that is something we should be actively paying attention to and seeing how it messes with our psychology and playing with the idea of giving it up and seeing how it messes with our own lives on an individual level?
And if you guys do try anything and you have any success or
Yeah.
failings, let us know.
Yeah,
I'd be
let us
interested
know.
to see.
I'd be interested to know too. And
what
you can
you
even
guys
make a
think.
video. Make a video letting us know your experience. I'd like to check it out.
Check it out.
And then make sure to subscribe to Clara. She is Spirit Vehicle.
That's me.
That's her. A vehicle for spirit.
And I think we should keep our spirit vehicles maintained well, and not fuck up our spirit vehicles with loads of porn.
Yeah, loads of low vibrational frequencies that anchor us to the lower aspects of who we are. Let's be higher, connect to the divine. Let's be divine
Yeah,
individuals.
have sex with people and make that beautiful loop that people do when they have sex. Do all that shit.
Do that, whatever that is, do that loopy thing. Reconnect with love, express that love out into the universe. I think everything will probably be okay, right?
Always.
Om. God bless your heart.